Good morning, everyone. This is Luciana Turner of the LT&A Group, your government contracting consulting and training firm. I am your Chief Compliance Officer and Chief Strategist. Welcome this morning. As you pop into the room, please, post your name in the comments, say hello, so I can say hello back and acknowledge that you've been here. If you're catching the replay, please hashtag replay. I just want to acknowledge everyone who stops by. If you find value in this, that's my goal. I want to thank you for being part of my audience. I want to thank you for just giving me 5 minutes of your time. So let's get to it. Yesterday, I spoke about risk and the government being a risk averse. But a lot of people I'm seeing do not understand what risk and risk aversion is. And simply put, risk is simply a measure of the likelihood of your operations continuing. It's a measure of whether or not you will be able to complete the tasks assigned to you. It's a measure of the likelihood in which the government may be overcharged. So there are several risk measures that come into formulating risk. And the reason the government does this is quite frankly, when they issue a contract, they want to issue it to one company or companies, however they're divvying out the work, and they just want the work done. They don't want to have to constantly have to redistribute the work because the contractor they chose turns out they could not perform. Now, there are reasons a fully solid company receives a contract and doesn't perform. There are times, quite frankly, the government don't do what they're supposed to do, what makes it almost impossible for you as a contractor to perform. So I don't want to act like the government is wholly without blame and faultless in times of contracts, falling apart. Any experienced contractor would tell you there's times you have to go to war with your contracting officer. Unrealistic expectations, they change how they're going to do things. But this is where your negotiation skills come in. This is where your communication skills come in. This is where all of those things that people feel are not important, but are the crux of holding together any business, just not a government contracting business, but any business. So when I talk about risk and risk aversion, I'm not speaking about it as though the government is blameless or is held harmless. However, you as the contractor bears the responsibility to ensure that you are doing everything within your power, everything that is reasonably expected of any company to fulfill the work. So I wanted to add that into the conversation around risk because I felt that I really didn't address the secondary part that I brought in today. But I'm almost out of time this morning. I was getting a slow start. Still drinking my coffee, excuse me. But join me tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. We'll continue the conversation around expectations. Don't forget also later on today, I'll start advertising. You'll start seeing the event broadcast so you can register for reminders of my masterclass coming up March 17th and March 24th, where I go into contracting terminology and the acquisition process. These master classes are no cost. They will be on my YouTube channel, not my Facebook. They won't be anywhere on Facebook or Instagram. They're strictly to YouTube. So, with that, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget to take some time in the day and just enjoy yourself. And don't forget, a frazzled spirit will dim your creativity. You have to address the whole you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, wellness, health. You have to address the whole you. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow morning.